Welcome to ACOT's video tutorial series developed to assist you in navigating ACOT's online platform. This is the third of 4 mini tutorials on completing your annual Continuing Competence Program submission. This tutorial will outline what you need to do to complete your learning plan for the current registration year, either during the year or no later than Step 2 of registration renewal. As mentioned in the previous videos in this series, your competence portfolio, which is now housed online, is made up of learning records which you add to your learning plan and supporting documents attached to a learning record if a supporting document is required. Scroll to the bottom of your learning plan until you see the Add button in the Learning Activity Records section. If you have more than one goal, you'll have to scroll further. You are required to add and complete at least one learning record per goal, but you're also limited from adding more than 12 learning records in total each year. Learning records are where you describe the activity undertaken, enter the approximate date the last activity documented in the record was completed, provide an estimate of the time spent completing the activity or activities, indicate which goal the record is related to, and, most importantly, summarize how the activity or activities have impacted your practice or helped you progress towards goal achievement. You can also upload a supporting document to a learning record if applicable or relevant. It's important to note here that a learning record acts as a portfolio document whether supporting documents are attached or not. Supporting documents should only be uploaded if they offer information above and beyond what you've already written in the Summary of Learning text box. Also, you can add learning records for non-goal related activities as well. This is a good way to track employer-related mandatory training, for example. In this example of a learning record, the registrant provides a general overarching description of the activity, the date the review of the documents was completed, an estimate of the amount of time spent, and a summary of what was learned. As the documents reviewed can be accessed from the ACOT website, they do not need to be uploaded. Please note that you can only enter whole numbers in the duration box. Round up the time spent on any activities to whole numbers. If the registrant reviewed materials or articles accessed from other websites, the URLs could be included in the Summary of Learning section rather than uploading the materials as supporting documents. This is only one of several examples you can refer to when completing learning records or any part of your continuing competence learning plan. Refer to the CCP resources page in the Continuing Competence tab of the ACOT website for additional examples of continuing competence program submissions, including a rubric which outlines criteria for acceptable and unacceptable content to include in each of the learning plan sections. For the goal completion status section of your learning plan, there are now 3 options to choose from. Each will trigger a different text box and action required when selected. Although the goal completion status section is typically completed during registration renewal, you can report on goal completion status at any time during the registration year if you complete or discontinue your goals mid-year. In this example of a completed goal, the registrant references reflections written in the learning records completed for this goal, but also offers an overarching reflection on how what they have learned has impacted their practice and how they have and will continue to apply what they've learned going forward. If a goal is identified as being discontinued, you'll be asked to provide an explanation. Examples of reasons for a goal being discontinued would be if a goal is no longer relevant due to a new position or assignment, such as redeployment, a new employer, or you're going on a leave of absence, such as maternity, paternity, or medical leave, and goal completion is not possible. The intent of the ongoing goal completion option is to support registrants whose employer-mandated performance agreement schedules don't align with the ACOT registration year. For example, those that work in school-based practice, where goals are set October to June, rather than March to February. In this case, a registrant would complete learning records for activities completed to the point of renewal and would indicate in the ongoing option text box what activities still need to be completed to achieve the goal in the next registration year. If you choose the ongoing option, you're expected to select the same standard of practice or code of ethics indicator in your self-assessment for the upcoming registration year. You can copy and paste the initial reflection and goal statement content from the current learning plan into the learning plan for the next registration year. Prior to wrapping up this video tutorial, there are a couple of key points to remember. First, due to security requirements for the online platform, the 30-minute timeout still exists. However, if you've passed the 30-minute time period, you can still save your content by scrolling to the bottom of the learning plan page and clicking the Save for Later button. You will get a timeout notification and will have to log in again to continue, but at least your content has been saved. And lastly, you will not be able to submit your learning plan unless all of the sections with the red asterisks have been completed. You'll get an error notice and the required sections will be flagged for completion. For more information on how to navigate the online platform, both during and outside of registration renewal, as well as examples of completed continuing competence learning plan submissions, refer to the CCP resources page in the Continuing Competence tab of the ACOT website. For details on how to edit or change your learning plan goals mid-year, refer to the fourth and final video tutorial in this series.